Whether it's potholes, motorways or public transport, how we get around is a key part of our daily lives. So if you're a motorist or a regular on the bus or train, what are the main parties going to do to help you get from A to B safely and smoothly? If elected, Labor's focus will be funding for 14 projects, new harbour crossings for Auckland and retaining current public transport discounts. 14 new roads and public transport links will be prioritised with more than $20 billion in funding. An ambitious $45 billion plan would see Auckland get 3 tunnels across the Waitemata Harbour, 2 for vehicles and 1 for light rail. And retaining public transport discounts is exactly as it sounds. That means free travel for under 12s and half-price public transport for under 25s. National is focused on keeping motorists moving with 13 roads of national significance, a pothole repair fund and an end to speed limit restrictions. A share of $24.8 billion will be allocated towards 13 roads of national significance over the next 10 years. You'll likely see less potholes on the roads under National. The party has allocated a $500 million pothole repair fund for repairs to local roads and state highways. National will also adjust speed limits, restoring 80k zones to 100k's and 30k local roads to 50k's. It'll also increase some highways to 110k's. For the Greens, it's all about investment in rail and public transport. The party would build light rail, develop a nationwide rapid rail system and prioritise cycling and walking. Under the Greens, street-level light rail would be built in Auckland, Wellington and Christchurch, with the first lines open in 2029. Funding would be increased to develop a rapid rail system for both passengers and freight, connecting major cities across the country. The Greens would also issue a new government policy statement on land transport. It would include targets for delivering cycleways to make cycling and walking a priority. ACT is focused on better ways to fund our roads. It would use public-private partnerships to improve roading, replace fuel taxes with user-pays road pricing, and reverse speed limit reductions. Private sector financing and expertise will be used to build roads faster, all funded by introducing what the party calls a world-class toll roading system. Fuel taxes would be scrapped in favour of an electronic road pricing system. Prices would increase during traffic jams and decrease during free flow. Speed limit reversals is exactly as it sounds. The party would ensure councils stop lowering speed limits and would return to previous levels if safe. New Zealand First will stop the development of light rail in Auckland, make Northport a key port of entry and rename Wakakotahi to NZ Transport Agency. Scrapping plans for light rail is exactly as it sounds. The party would then divert this funding to emergency departments and aged care. The ports of Auckland would be moved to Marsden Point under NZ First, making Northport a key port of entry. A railway to the port from the Northern Main trunk line would also be built. And wave goodbye to Wakakotahi, the organisation would go back to its former title as the New Zealand Transport Agency. Lastly, Te Pāti Māori would introduce free public transport. The party wants free public transport, starting with all students, children and community services cardholders. So now that you've heard all of the main party's transport policies, it's time for you to decide.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.